So tell us about your tool, or can you not talk about it too much?
Yeah, so no, I can a bit. Yeah, it's just it's GeoRank tracker is simply like what we're calling it. It's the GeoRank tracker. Yeah, and it's just gonna instead of trying to go through on every single Amazon zip code and try to find out where you're ranked, right? It will show you where you're ranking, right? It can you can upload your inventory reports, so there's ways to like see exactly where your inventory is, everything like that. um, and it's got multiple views, right? There's a view where you just see a map of the United States and you'll see different ranks according to that. There is, a view where you can see how you're doing for all the keywords that you choose to look for it. Again, probably, you should focus per product, your 5 to 10 heaviest hitters or potentially heaviest hitters when you're looking at that. And then also see, how over each day what it's looking like, right? So you can kind of get an idea of the progress, and how you're doing over the span of a week or a month, or things like that. And so it's really just showing you the data, right? It's getting you the data, and then that's where you go in and make, it's not running Facebook ads for you or anything like that. It's just giving you the data, and then it's for you to kind of slice and dice, and it helps you organize everything. And yeah.
Okay. So what is the input? The input is you are you then inputting the keywords and for
Yeah,
this?
so yeah, you essentially, right, you would order the keywords, and then you input that. It gives you a CSV file, then you input that into the tool, and then that's kind of what gives you all these like different ways of looking at the data. And then you can
So
import your inventory reports into this tool, and it kind of, that's where all the interface, that's what it's
and,
showing you.
and how do you use the inventory report? Because if I give you the list of keywords and then I say, okay, show me where these keywords are ranked, why do you need the inventory report?
Yeah, it's just gonna give you right, it's gonna maybe like paint a better picture, right, so you can see like maybe why you're doing well, right? Because in Texas, well, because half of my inventory is in the Dallas warehouse, let's say, right? And so it's just to kind of like help paint a picture, and then you can see over time, right? Maybe you come back in a month and you see, okay, my geo targeting campaigns are working in Florida because now there's more inventory in the Florida, in the warehouse that's closest to Miami or in Miami.
Okay, so it's possible that you could rank high in one location and inventory may show low because Amazon decided not to keep too much inventory there. That's possible, right?
It's possible, but typically there is going to be a correlation, right? Like if you are ranked well, there is typically going to be more inventory closer to that areas that you're ranked well in.
I have it. I mean, I can see why, but I just want to ask you the question. So, why do I need to know the geo rank? Why can't I just download the inventory report, just track the inventory location? Doesn't that automatically tell me wherever I have the most inventory, Amazon already figured out that's where they're keeping most inventory? And wouldn't I then be able to tell, okay, this is where I rank better?
Yeah, I mean, like that's like definitely, it's not impossible to do it that way. But I think, with the very, the more data, the more power that you have, right? And so it's like, it's not just breaking down, right? It's breaking down like per location. It's showing you over the time the exact keyword ranks, right? You can have a general idea that because there's more inventory here and you're, more your sales, okay, maybe you're ranking well there and not here, but you don't know exactly, right? You don't know, and you don't know, you could be ranked, there might be low inventory in Miami, but you're ranked 20 to 40. Well, you still have a really major opportunity, right? To still, so it's like using that data, or maybe it's in South Carolina, North Carolina that you're ranked 20 through 50. You don't know exactly, right? And so like getting this data will give you the power to then, okay, let's hone in on Florida because we're ranked 20 to 50. Maybe in South Carolina, North Carolina, we can do that later. They're ranking 100 there, or we're ranking in the hundreds there. We can tackle that at a later date. Let's double down on where we have the best opportunity. Yeah.
Plus, I mean, not everything is real time, right? So it's possible that one thing that you never know is the consumer behavior. So suddenly there may be a heavy concentration of searches on some keywords, and you may get orders from a particular location, but Amazon may not necessarily have inventory there yet. So the only way for you to say, okay, I'm getting more orders from here is if you know the geo rank, right? Just the inventory will always be lagging behind concentrated activity. And then I'm sure some will say, okay, I'm going to move so much, but it will always be lagging behind what's going on. So, but if you know the geo rank, then you are ahead of it. And in fact, you can even influence Amazon's movements by, if you know the rank, then you can run external campaigns and bring more orders from that location. And then that will influence Amazon even more.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this adds another dimension to the whole work, right?
It does. Yeah, it does. And yeah, I think there's going to be maybe some people that are like hesitant with it, or but it exists, right? And GeoRank absolutely exists, and it's really a question of, are you going to use it to your advantage, or are you going to kind of just do nothing and just kind of spray and pray that you make more sales, right? So
yeah, I mean, it becomes a leaky bucket, right? So you will be spending money on PPC, and then you will be, and those, I mean, for starters, anybody running external campaigns, they've got to do this. They've got to know where they rank so that they can get better return on their
exactly
ad spend.
Exactly.
And also, of course, keywords, picking the keywords, and but I'm thinking definitely collaboration between the search query performance data and the geo ranking data.
Yeah,
that's one way where you can get the most out of it, and then couple it with external advertising. So without external advertising, then you're back to just doing optimization on the listing itself with the content.